Hello all and welcome back to Kenshi. We are once again in the Doughnut, and today we are going to start off with a little bit of base improvements. We've got this area over here that I've never really done anything with, and I just decided between streams here that I do want to do something here, and that is I'm going to make a residential district, which we don't have anywhere else in the base yet. These are all going to be kind of individual homes for some of our longer standing characters. I might go 2 or maybe 3 people to a building, but basically I'm going to give everyone their own individual bed and maybe like a foot locker or something where they can store personal items and things that are significant to them, so I don't have to always be carrying everything around on their characters. And I think that's going to be cool. It's going to add a little bit of flavor to the build. And I did go ahead and decorate a ton of stuff. We added a whole bunch of outhouses around the base. Along with doing this little area here, I decided to add a bunch of stuff elsewhere just to spruce up our entire build and just bring a little more life into it. Yeah, outhouses basically everywhere, because we didn't have any of those before, and I think they do add a little bit of detail to the build that I think was missing before. I don't know if we just couldn't build outhouses before or if I just didn't want to or didn't think to, but we have those now. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. And yeah, we're going to be hearing that spamming as they build a bunch of light posts, because I kind of filled in the lights along with these other things. Let's see. They actually, the outhouses have side-by-side seats, which I always think is kind of funny. Not really much privacy to it, but it's functional. And I guess that's what matters. It's not actually functional in the game, I don't think, but it looks all right. All right, cool. So they're getting this little area set up. As they finish things, I'll go and I'll take tours. I added in these tents and just a little bit of extra storage next to things, and we got guys working on the rocks again, which is kind of cool. I added a couple more rock storage units out here because inside this building, what I really want to do is I want to dismantle these two, and then I'm going to turn this building into our stolen alcohol and drugs building, because we seem to have accumulated a lot of that. Something else we haven't done since the previous episode is go through everyone's inventory and drop stuff off. So I'm going to put all of our stolen alcohol, we're going to store that in here. It's going to be like a special alcohol. Probably some other drugs and alcohols that we can't make. Like, I don't think we can make blood rum, but I'm pretty sure we have some somewhere. So I'm going to try and round all that up over the next couple episodes and put that in this building. Also put some sitting mats and things like that for people to lounge in here. But yeah, this is going to be like our secret stash. This building over here is our distillery, our main distillery. And I did add a hemp processor to that because, I mean, why not? We have all the other illicit consumables being produced in that building, so we might as well do that too. Looks like these two don't have construction as jobs, so we're just gonna fix that. Either that or they just can't carry stuff. What is their problem? They are set to engineer. Oh, it's probably their backpacks are full or something, so they can't carry anything. What else was it? Yuri? Yeah, Yuri's just full of stuff. So while we're doing this, what we're going to do is we're going to offload everyone's shenanigans from the previous session. Just going to try and clear up all their inventories a little bit. Yeah, all this alcohol needs a place. It does not have a place just yet. I believe special things like that go in here. Guess we'll put... This is kind of a tool, in a way. I don't want them to be carrying the lamps. What I want to do is I want to put those on the belt slot of all of our villagers. So I think for now we're just going to put them in this drawer. all of the Lantern of Radiance things. Hopefully Yuri can start producing stuff. We also did some tweaking. I added some cool looking torches basically just around this area. Apache's finishing those off for us, which is nice. And of course a ring on the outside too. Mostly for looks. A couple spotlights are going to be out here. I haven't put turrets up there yet because we really don't use those, but maybe eventually we'll do that. What's everyone doing? Are we out of building materials or something? Why is no one building? I'm curious. Something else. Oh, there we go. Something else I probably should check is prisoners. Should probably check the prisoners for food. So we're going to grab somebody from town, I think. Does anyone in town have a trader's backpack? It doesn't look like it. Come on. Yeah, all my wayward crew should have engineering set. This guy's just farming. Engineer Sark. Sark is not engineering. We're going to fix that. Set him to engineer. Most everyone else is. Okay, this one. I don't know why Amiltraz was set to passive hold still. This is a good thing we're looking through this. We're actually going to turn off Abuela's engineering because I want her to be crafting weapons still. We still have a bunch of cleavers that need to be made in the top tier. There we go. Is he not getting engineering? This is really weird. For some reason that guy is not. Can Ivor Princes not do engineering? Or is that like an illegal task for them? Wait, what the heck? What am I doing wrong? I thought it was shift click to add it to their set of tasks. But it doesn't seem to be working. I don't know what the deal is with that. There's no way we're out of building materials, right? Yeah, there's hundreds of building materials in these boxes. Alright, we're just gonna, like, manually dump these building materials outside. And then hopefully... Wait, there's hundreds right there, too. Yeah, we're not out of building materials, so I don't know why nobody's building right now. We need to empty these ones anyway because I want to remove these, so we're just going to go ahead and do it while I'm thinking of it. We'll let the game run while I do this. Did he? Okay, he didn't put him back in there at least. All right, let's take care of this. This is storage building materials. We'll dismantle it. And we'll dismantle that. All right. Let's do some designing for this building. Do interior. Actually, can we do storage? Do I want to do storage? Yeah, I guess we'll do storage first. And we need all of the different... We're gonna, like, put some alcohol barrels in here. Make, like, a little bar, too. There we go, barrels. Okay, so... I think we're going to stuff them in this way so they fit better. I guess this will let you see me do a little bit of placement. I did a whole bunch off stream because it's kind of slow and tedious. I don't know if people want to watch that, but if you do want to watch that, you're getting it right now. So a rum barrel, a grog barrel, and we'll leave a little alley in between so people can go in between there. And then there should be one more type of barrel, right? Yeah, there we go. Spin that around. Oh man, come on, there we go. All right, so that works. What else do we want? Let's go back to interior. I don't want a huge table, but I do want somewhere for people to sit. So maybe a small table. Okay, we just need to make sure there's enough storage first of all. Rum, sake. We might put some general storage boxes out. Ooh, we should put a shelf in. I think a shelf would look good too. We'll make like a little bar area and we'll put shelves behind it. So let's find shelf. Where are you? There you are. So we'll put some shelves back here. Just try and cram this up against the wall as much as possible. I wish. So let's confirm that. I need somebody to just stand in here so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Interior. Oh, we should have a sink too. We'll put this against the wall. Yeah. And then we'll put some small tables right kind of next to it. Maybe we'll do a shop counter. Where would that be? I don't see it here. Is that under storage? Shop counter. Shop counter kind of looks like a bar in a way. I want to get rid of this now. Just because of the size of this. It's like the right height. A little crammed in the back, but I'm going to try and stuff a whole bunch of things in here, so that'll work fine. Now we'll put the sink back here. Rusty sink. Right there, that's fine. And a small table like this. That looks fine. We need some seating, so we'll put some chairs here. By chairs, I mean stools. Couple stools there. We're not going to make this like for a lot of people to sit around and do stuff. Just enough room for a few people to lounge, and we'll put some lounging pillows along this wall, maybe a couple over here. These are pretty big, dang. I don't know which way they're going to face on these either. So they're either all going to face the walls, which is going to be awkward, or they're all going to face in, which is kind of what I want. So, some pillows for people to sit around at. Maybe we'll put something along the wall here. Another shelf probably wouldn't be bad. These walls on the sides are tilted though, so you have to go really far off of them to put tall things like shelves, which I'm not really fond of. So maybe we won't do that. What else do I want in here? Stool, table, no. Prisoner. Probably don't need much else. Except for maybe some other boxes, some other storage boxes back here. Or the types of alcohol that we can't put in those. Like blood rum and things like that. I could put them in the... Oh, shoot. No, I could put them in this, but... Oh man, now I did it. Whew. Alright. That looks okay. I'm gonna have to move this over a little bit. I actually kind of like it a little further out like this, so... Wasn't the worst thing that I clicked on it accidentally. So, storage... we'll just do like general storage, I think. We'll put a couple general storage chests along this wall, if I can. How close can I get them? Eh, that's not bad. We'll start in the corner. Stick one as far this way as we can. Interesting. I can't get it as far towards the wall as I want it. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, I guess that kind of works. It's a little screwy, but that's okay. I'm gonna just confirm this before I screw it up. And then we need some lights in here. I think we'll put in a ceiling fan because, you know, comfort. Let's center that a little bit better. Does that look good? I want it to be a little bit more over the bar area, like that. Wish it didn't jump around so much when you clicked on it. I think that's where I want that. And then maybe a light over here. That should work. And we should be able to store all our stolen stuff. We'll find out, I guess. One of these buildings back here in the residential district is going to have to be a utility building. I'm thinking of making this one utilities because I think I need a few more batteries now that I'm adding on a bunch more buildings. There's no production stuff in here, so our town power should be fine, but just in case, I am adding some lights and a well and things like that, so it would be good to improve that a little bit. Another small detail I added is that I put some crossbows, 3 of them, around our little prison area. So they're crossbows with light. I do have better versions of these, like I have the harpoon turrets with lights, but I wanted to do the one that did the least damage. So that if I ever decide to use them, I don't accidentally kill a prisoner by shooting them in the head with a harpoon. So crossbows, lowest damage possible, but the ones with the lights, so that I can kind of look in, and there are 3 of them. So I think it's pretty cool. It does look like people are building. Maybe not super fast, but they are building. They might also... Yeah, they're kind of taking their time, but they're getting there. As soon as these get all built up, I can start emptying inventories again. At least of the alcohol and whatnot that they were carrying. Look at this. Nice little room for people to hang out in. All right. Who has alcohol on them? Let's pause this real quick. This is all stolen alcohol and drugs. So we're going to just passive hold and bring these people into here. And we're going to offload all of our stolen goods into this location. It's cool that we're making most of our own alcohol, but at the same time, it's always good to get some variety. So this is import beverages, I guess is what I'm going to call them. Quite a few people, actually. I don't know why the people I have there... I set them to passive and hold, and they're still not really doing it, are they? Now, I think these are no longer going to say they're stolen once I put them in these barrels and then take them out. But I'm actually okay with that. As long as there's like a record of it in the first place. And nothing's going to get automatically put in there, I hope. Well, we are brewing stuff, so maybe things will get put in there automatically. But for now, hopefully we can get away with just having it the way it is. Also, I need to make sure this building is set to private so that they don't actually sell the stuff in this counter. Okay. Cassandra, let's put your rum away. Actually stole quite a lot. Definitely a substantial amount of goods. Oh, I should put some carpets down on the floor in this place. I know I have carpets somewhere. Hey, Yuri just keeps running off even though I tell him to stop. Okay, we're gonna have to check the prisoners as well. Normally I would have done that between sessions, but I totally forgot to do it. Zach we did, Drac. We have not gotten stuff out of his inventory yet. I don't know why I stole water. But I guess water is good too. You gotta wash down. You gotta hydrate while you're drinking. It is important. And we got a lot of this stuff last time. Holy moly. Ah, the stolen drugs. Sark wants these though. I'm pretty sure we stole these ages ago. Sark's character specifically wants to always be carrying drugs, so we're gonna leave those drugs on him. Is there anything? Oh, here we go. Here's somebody else. Jin is randomly carrying a whole bunch of nonsense. I guess I was just offloading it onto anybody I could before. All right. I think all of the drinks are dealt with. We didn't have anything else to put in these barrels, I don't think. What are Cassandra and Zach doing? Still just passive. And Zach, I just can't get him to... Oh, there he goes. Now he got the engineering job. That's weird. He would not get it before. I think his inventory is still just a little bit full or something. But he really doesn't want to do it. Look at them all running back and forth. I think they're getting stuck. I think they're trying to make this. Or like this, and they just can't reach it. Oh, okay, here, why do you still have beverages on you? I missed those. Huh. Weird. Okay, I need to slow this down and see where Cassandra's going. Yeah, they're pausing. I see what's happening. This is why our village is not getting built up. Nothing in her inventory, though. I thought she was going to the roof to build this light and, like, couldn't reach it, so is just constantly running back and forth. Huh. Speed this up again. Well, Traz, what were you just doing? I don't know. Even Yuri's just kind of running back and forth here, isn't he? Yeah, Yuri's bugged out too. Interesting. They are getting it done slowly anyway. Like, eventually one of them gets it right, and then the others catch on. There's still something weird going on here. I'm gonna see if I can get someone to come to, like, the second floor and see if they do their jobs. Yeah, everyone's just running in here for no reason. A little bit strange. Oh, the other thing I decided to design is a little camp just outside of our village for caravans to stay at while they're waiting for us to unlock the doors. It's completely for flavor, but I thought it was kind of a cool idea to have like a little like tent encampment just outside the village. And I gave them a few little walls to somewhat protect them from cannibal raids. Realistically, not going to protect them at all. And no one's even going to use it, but I thought it was kind of a cool idea, and I had fun designing that. We are still finishing things very slowly. Got a little seating area. Some storage. More of these guys over here. All right. One of our main crew should by now have a fairly empty backpack. Let's take this guy. I need to make sure all of our prisoners are fed, so we're gonna go do that. Open the door. Basically, I just have him stand inside, and then I should be able to just load him up with food, walk around to all of the captives, and feed them. It's a bit of a pain to do, but while we're doing this, we are going to be building. I'll actually just let the game run while we're doing this. Normally I do a lot of pausing. Ooh. Sorry. I need to attack you real quick. I didn't mean to set him free. That was a mistake. Now, I didn't see any damage numbers pop up on these guys, but they were standing next to him, so make sure that they aren't hurt. Okay, that guy's full. Actually, I'm going to continue pausing during this. That way I can know that if one's running out, they're all running out. Otherwise, it might take me like an in-game day to feed all of them. And then they're not all fed at the same time, and it kind of bothers me. I don't know. Looks like everyone was fed relatively recently. I'm so paranoid about this, since I had people randomly dying before. Yeah, see, look at this guy. This must have been someone I just captured. Okay, where are their food barrels? I think there's one just inside this door. Aha. I caught a bunch of people. Was it the beginning of the last episode? No, I don't remember. Maybe it was the beginning. They would have been starving by now then, though. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a little over a week since I played last, so sometimes my memory is a little bit fuzzy for some of the details. Okay. Prisoners are all fed. One more upkeep task done. I don't know why everyone's running in there, but stop, please. I'm guessing they've completed most. Yeah, they've completed most of the new stuff. This whole little area is new, and it looks like I'm gonna have to keep track of this too as we go. A lot of people are gonna get stuck. I'm gonna have to pick them up, otherwise they're gonna starve. Gotta keep track of that. We have one more outhouse over here. I'm not sure why no one's built that yet. I'm hoping they get to it soon, though. They got this one already, which is nice. Yeah, all these little torches are new. Hot Lungs is stuck on the John. Classic. I suppose they've never seen outhouses before, so... Wait, I don't want to... There we go. They've never seen outhouses before, so they don't know how to use them properly. And Hot Lungs just got stuck in it. He was just baffled. Turn his jobs back on. Just want to make sure everyone's still moving. Looks like we are cruising now. Completing everything very rapidly. Almost ready for a tour. I have to say, doing a big building spree, designing spree, and then just enjoying everything being built up super rapidly is very satisfying. You can watch them build this whole little settlement over here. I like to add a lot of details and flavor to my maps. This is a feeding trough. I didn't even know these existed. Probably because I never use animals. Because I prefer having characters. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I can put food items in here and then the animals will feed themselves out of it. Hopefully. I think. Yeah, look at this. Beautiful. This is still not done, guys. Oh, it takes animal skins. I don't have any animal skins. That's why that's not done. Well, it's one more thing to work on. I do need to go beat some animals up. Specifically for the skins. What is this guy? Tech hunters. Okay. So you got this nice little ring of torches now and some searchlights outside. Very cool. Coming inside, this set of tents and barrels and storage is all new. I like that. We've got the two things over here. Almatraz, are you stuck? Okay, Almatraz needs to be rescued. Someone... Oh, no, Almatraz is fine. Never mind. Never mind. I tried to space these so that no one would get stuck behind there. But it seems like sometimes they still do get stuck. I don't know if... Am I just lagging? That's super weird. When I click, it takes a bit for them to move. And that throws me off a little bit. All right. I think this is mostly done, though. So this is the new residential district. When you come into town, you take a right now. So you come through the doors here. You are always greeted by our rock pile. And a little bit of open area for people to do battle. But now if you go to the right, there is the public building. This is where we sell things to people who are visiting. We can see the Doughnut is set to public and this structure is set to public. This is our tavern. I got a little bit of seating outside here too. I don't know why everyone's stuck there. Sometimes they do that. But this is our tavern. Nothing new in here. It's got some beds up top. Just flavor stuff for people who are visiting to sleep in the town if they have some money and they want to rent a bed. We now have outhouses just outside that building to service that. We've got one snuck back there for these two residential buildings. And then I just added a little bit of storage. Actually, this is copper storage that was here before. But I added some seating and lamps and things around it. Over here, we got a little bit more of the same. And this is actually a little assassin dummy underneath here. I figured in the residential area, people would want to be doing some training every now and then. And it'd be nice for their profession if they had something close to their house. So they don't have to go all the way to the practice hall to do it. They got their own little personal training area, which I think is cool. And just to fill in some corners, I did add some more storage. Here's some more training dummies. These are just regular attack training ones. Two more buildings and an outhouse. This area here is kind of the town building materials stockpile. We've got 2 storage bins for building materials and, well, this one was supposed to be not building materials. This one's supposed to be iron or steel bars, but I guess they're all building materials. And this one over here is iron plates. So between those things, there's enough to like repair the buildings and do different things like that. Also adjacent to the utility area, the like construction utility area, I'm going to add a battery bank and some things like that in here. What we'll do is we'll add some like food storage and small stuff so that people living here don't have to walk all the way over here. Not that this is that far to go get food. There's just going to be like a nearby food storage area, which makes sense to me. If you got the munchies and it's the middle of the night, you leave your house, come over here, have a snack, do whatever. But we need to add a little bit of stuff in here. So power, I want battery bank. I might actually put a couple battery banks back here. I think that looks decent. Kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm really picky about these placements. I don't know if everyone is like that or if it's just me, but if they are not like perfectly lined up when I want them to be, it bothers me. And there's sometimes when I specifically don't want them to be perfectly lined up because I think it'll look weird. But man, most of the time I want it to be perfect. I could put a... No, I don't want a generator. That's way too big. All right. Do we have an interior wall? I kind of want to put a wall in front of that. Interior wall. Yeah, this is like the perfect size-ish. Yeah. It kind of blocks that area a little. I think I put a shelf in front of that. We're just going to make like some town storage. Public storage for the town in this building. Mostly it's just for the batteries. I thought we really could use some batteries in this with the addition of this part of town. All right, so we got that. Back here, maybe another shelf. Oh, that's right. They don't want to be close to these walls. That's pretty good. I like that. And we can put some small barrels here now. Maybe storage. I want to have a couple food storage barrels, but I'm thinking I'll put those right by the door, because they're the most common things to be used by the, like realistically, those are the only things that are actually going to be accessed by the characters running around. So if I put them by the door, it'll be just faster. Like a medic rate actually kind of makes sense to have near the town. Not that it will ever get used. And then a flour or a bread basket. Where is that? A bread basket. I shouldn't put that over there. We'll put it over here. The bread basket there. I'll turn it a little bit so it doesn't look so perfectly lined up. There we go. I think I want to twist this one too, so that it has an easier access point. So they walk in the door and they can get to that easier. Power storage. I think that's pretty good. Anything else here? Maybe like a weapon, like a couple weapon stands. Not that I'm going to put anything in these, but nah. Let's just leave it at that. Let's confirm this for now. Hopefully they can walk back and access the batteries properly. That's right. Blind is still carrying the gorilla. We should do something about that. We should see if we can sell him to someone. Turn him in. He's wanted by... I don't know who. Oh, the United Cities and the Czech Kingdom. The United Cities hate us, and the Czech Kingdom's kind of far away. So I don't know if either of those are going to happen anytime soon. Alright, who's stuck? That's all I need to know right now. Zach? Ray? How do I rework the, like, walking mesh? I think that's what's screwing everything up right now. We just have so many things that we've built recently that the nav mesh is a bit screwy. I'm not sure. Maybe it's fine. We increased our battery storage by a significant margin. I like that. The other thing I kind of want to do is research. Is there any research we can do? Let's upgrade the batteries. Just do that right away. We have tons of materials, so that's not an issue. I think that's the last thing we have left to do aside from these skeleton parts. And I think we're going to do legs first. We need more AI cores. Everything here takes 2 AI cores. So to complete all of the research in the game, I need how many more? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I need 11 more. And they're somewhere out there, but I don't know where they are. I have a suspicion that a lot of them are down here, because I'm pretty sure I found 1 or 2 in this dome, and I haven't been to all the rest of this stuff. So it might be a while before we get back there, but there might also be some, like in this region I've never been to, this whole area I've never been to, these 2 things, all of those. It's possible that we just haven't seen them yet, and they're not terribly far away. I want to grab, just use Molly real quick. I want to put a rug down. We're going to do it over here in this building. All right, so chill for a second. Oh, I have to like turn off her jobs or something. All right, where do I want the rug? I kind of want it like right here. Yeah, my game is not having fun. Maybe it's just been running too long. Ooh, that is bigger than I thought it was. I didn't realize it was like the giant fancy rug. Maybe put it right there. So that when they're sitting, they sit on the rug. What do you think? I think that's a fine spot for it, actually. I like how it kind of lines up with my building. You can't seem to rotate those things, so... yeah. We might have to restart the game, which is a little bit awkward while we're in the middle of a stream, but... everyone's having a really hard time walking around. I think I can, like, Control-Shift F11. Fix broken save data. I don't... saved with messed up data. Okay, maybe that... everyone's still moving really slowly for some reason. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to save this. Let's see. And then we're going to close the whole game and we're going to reopen it. So we'll be back in about 30 seconds. Hopefully this works. Game is loading back up. I did leave the game open for a long time today, so that could be part of the problem. I worked on all that building stuff, and then I took like an hour and a half break from playing Kenshi, and then I came back, and that's when I actually started the stream today, so... the game's been open for about 3.5 hours already. At the point when I started the stream, so 4 hours. Probably not a bad idea to do a restart every now and then. Let's see if that made people more responsive. Yeah, it definitely looks like people are a lot more responsive now. I had like a 3 or 4 second delay before. Now it's like 1 second, which is manageable. And it's probably just because I have so much stuff in this region. As soon as we leave town, it'll probably be a lot better. I'm hoping it'll be a lot better. All right. Molly, you can go back to work. You can get to researching again. Now, before we go back out into the world, I do want to drop off all of our loot. So we're gonna grab everybody here. Congregate my peoples. All right, everyone come here. And then we're gonna pause it because this is our loot floor and I want to drop off everything. Okay. So that can go in here. I have to remember, this is where I put the Mito blade. Our second one. I might forget that, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm just going to dump stuff right now. We're not going to worry about sorting anything, I don't think, at this point. We just need to empty our inventories because I want to go out and do some exploring. Also, this is an absolute disaster. I don't think I need all of that. Molly, can I reach that box from here? Nice. Hey, we have leather. Oh, we need animal skins. I was gonna say, we have leather. Why couldn't I build that thing out there? We're gonna dump a bunch of stuff just into these boxes again. All these building materials, I think I'm just gonna throw on the ground. This is all renewable stuff. And what happens is I get it in my inventory, and then I can never put it back down because all of our storage for it is full, and I don't want to build more storage for it. Our region is already overflowing. How did this person get more alcohol on them? Our village is overflowing already with this kind of stuff, so that's kind of difficult to deal with it. Okay, so we'll drop this stuff off in our thing here. The arrows. I have an arrow box somewhere. I want to say it's in this building. Right here. I'm out of trading range, really? I guess just barely. Do I have general storage box up here? I don't. Do I have an ammo storage box? Yes, nice. I thought I had on that one. Just barely. Alright, first floor. Yeah, I almost always do this between streams because, yeah, it's not fun to watch. To be fair, it seems like most people that have been catching or keeping up with the series, they don't really watch the series. They just hang out and listen to it. And then if something interesting is happening, they watch it. And I totally get that. That's how I've watched a ton of YouTube series. What's the one I used to watch all the time that way? I do it while like exercising or riding my bike or just doing chores around the house. I think it was City Planner Plays. It was one of his city building things that he did. But I really enjoyed it, so I'm glad people can enjoy some of my content that way. That's probably the only or best way to consume long, unedited streams like this. So that's kind of cool. And the fact that people are doing that and keeping up with the series and kind of just enjoying the story as it progresses is a large part of the reason that I'm still actually putting these videos out. Like, there's probably a dozen people out there in the world that have been actually keeping up with this series, which is not a huge number, but it's still really fun for me when I get to interact with people about a game that I enjoy. Like, I'm playing this game anyway, whether people are watching it or not. And it just makes it even more enjoyable when I can reminisce about funny things with even just a couple people. So yeah, I've been enjoying the interaction a lot. For me, that, like, having a few people that have kept up with the series for a long time and gone through all the same experiences, that's almost more fun than having like a thoroughly edited and cut down video series that a lot of people are watching, but they don't have the same depth of, I don't know if it's like investment or interest. You just get different types of interactions. And I like the ones that we get with this series. I also do some highly edited things as well, for like Space Engineers for other games. But for games like this, where I do this just to relax, this is like therapeutic for me. This is what I do when I don't want to do work. I don't want to put a lot of energy into production. I just want to chill and play a game that I love. I make a series like this where I don't edit it. I just stream it. If people want to hang out during the stream, cool. If they don't, if they just want to follow along on YouTube, that's also cool. And yeah, I'm just having a good time. And if even one other person decides to tag along and have a good time with me, then mission success. As far as I'm concerned, it's a good deal. I don't know where I'm putting all this stuff. I have so much junk. So much junk. I know these storage chests were sorted last time, but they're really getting jumbled this time. I've got all sorts of weird things in my inventory. I'm just gonna click back through these guys to make sure it's nothing too weird. Yeah, this is all building materials and oh here, this can go. I don't remember where I put the lights. I think I put them in the first box over here. Yeah. There we go. The rest of that is building materials and food and medical supplies. Here we go. This is stuff I need to offload. I don't know why I stole these. I guess they're worth money if I ever decide I need more money. I can go sell all of those. For now, though, they're just going to take up room in my inventory. Specialist Spring Bat. I have a place for that. I think these ones. Yeah, these are all weapon cabinets. This is a crossbow locker. Wait, why can I put blades in a crossbow locker? The heck? This is a crossbow locker too. Okay, we're gonna move all the blades out of the crossbow lockers because it just bothers me. Not because I have to. I think I need somebody else with a bigger backpack to do this. Okay, we'll put sidearms in that one, big weapons in this one, and then maybe we try and split up this stuff. So all of these bows are over here, and then our more unique bows are on this side. There we go. A little bit of organization. Zach, oh wait, Zach doesn't want a weapon. I'll make sure not to accidentally leave him with a weapon. He is a martial artist. No weapons for him. This is all, nope, not all building materials. Let's get rid of that. Oh my gosh, yeah, tons of weird stuff. Forgot I took all that. Sometimes when I'm looting places, I only care about the most valuable stuff and I leave everything else behind. And other times I just want to take everything. I become like a loot monger. I just want to steal everything that they have. I mean, if it wasn't obvious before, I have an entire tower dedicated to loot. And I'm going to have to build another one soon because it's almost full. It's all stuff I'm probably never going to use. I just like having it. Okay, I think aside from random building materials, which I don't need, and a crazy amount of medical supplies, we're actually just going to redistribute that now. Okay, so Shifty here. Can you just remove some of this? Make sure everyone has at least one advanced med kit, a skeleton repair kit, and a splint kit. So now this person, they don't need more. This person's good. This one's missing. This guy's kind of running low-ish. Give him another. Odrak actually wants 2 of those, so he can repair himself better. Sark has plenty. He's actually got extra. This one, we'll give that. Otherwise, it's good. Cassandra doesn't need those. Actually, we'll give a fresh one of those. That'll be good. Extras. Fill that up. These tools are not necessary. All right, I think we're good. Now we just need Shifty to go here and drop off all that. Oh, you know what? Let's drop the surplus medical stuff off in the village, just so we have it in a variety of places. Again, it's just flavor, but it'll make me happy. A big one. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's because Shifty's technically the group medic. That's how I'm going to justify carrying a giant splint kit. I believe I have tools in one of these boxes. Out of range. There we go. Okay. So now that that's all sorted, we have everything emptied. I'm just going to, when we leave the village, I'm just going to create a stack of garbage outside. We're just going to drop all the stuff that we don't want because we can make new stuff. It's not a big deal. I do want to check to see how Abuela's been doing at her smithing because she should have created a number of these guys. Looks like all... Ooh, we do have one edge type 2. I had her just making these back to back to back when we started today, so... Oh, there's actually... She has 2 edge type 2s. I wonder if she's going to run and dump these immediately now that I put them in her inventory. But we have a couple people that need those. I think Drac has one. Who else was using that item? Well, Abuela herself has dropped off all of her weapons. It's really annoying, but she always does that. Because she's crafting. So... She has that, and I don't remember what else. What was her offhand? She's sabers. And I guess blunt? I don't remember what her offhand was. I mean, she's leveled a little bit in blunt weapons. So I'm tempted to give her one of those, but I think she probably just had a junky saber that I offloaded at some point, unfortunately, so I'm not gonna be able to do anything about that. Okay, so Jin needs to trade with Abuela, and oh, dang it. All right, she put the things back again. That's fine. We'll just get him out of the box. So Jin has the proper short cleaver now. Pent also needs a short cleaver. Where'd the other one go? Here it is. Pent is not in range. Okay. There we go. Pent has his. Sand Assassin also wants one. There's a lot of people using these. We do not have quite enough of them. And Carbon Chili had 3 katanas at one point, but I don't know what... Oh, right. He was waiting for another type 2. So this is the one he stole from the person that was imprisoning him. So we're making new type 2s, hopefully. We have a type 1. All right, so we'll wait for this one to finish up. Hopefully, it's a type 2, and then he can have his little cross of swords on his back, plus this one on his hip. Shouldn't take too long. Katanas are pretty fast to manufacture compared to the other things. Abuela's going to have to get her weapons back. And once this is done, we are going to go out and we're going to explore this region right here. We haven't done that yet. And I think that'd be a good part for the second half of this episode. We kind of did building in the first half and then... Oh, already done, and it is edge type 2, perfect. Chili, come trade. I really wish, Chili, where are you? I really wish that weapon crafters didn't drop off their weapon slot weapons when they drop stuff out of the rest of their inventory. It's really strange to me that they do that, but it's kind of nothing, no way for me to change that. Okay, Chili. Talk to Abuela. Get your upgrade. There you go. 2 edge type 2s. He's dual wielding. Look at him now. Super fancy. Looking good, man. These guys, When you can't see their heads, they kind of remind me of the worm guys from Men in Black. They kind of do. Look at their necks. They got like these worm necks. They're definitely Men in Black. Giant worms. Whatever that species is, it's young hiver. Whenever I see Men in Black now and I see those little guys, I'm going to think that they're young hivers. Though they have weird legs, don't they? They have like backwards kneed legs, and these guys just have twig legs, so... Oh, maybe it's them in like the pupa state. Or like pre-pupation. Is that a word? I don't know. I think we're good though. Let's get everyone. I do want to stock up on some food before we go. Everyone has weird stuff. Gosh, okay. Kimpachi, you are gonna load up on food. I think I have some food in here, yeah. So he's gonna get 4 stacks of food. I gotta just turn his jobs off and send him outside. So he's loaded up and ready to go. So he won't drop his food off. The other person I like to have stocked with food is Amiltraz. Amiltraz eats a lot, so it's good just to have the food on Amiltraz. And then they're not an issue usually. All right, so 4 stacks on either of them. We'll turn off jobs. Why is... I'm pretty sure Amiltraz was supposed to be set to taunt. Maybe not. Eh, whatever. You're going to be set to taunt from now on. You are probably our tankiest character. So having you taunt is not a bad idea. Look at this. Melee defense of 82, and you're wearing crab armor, so... Alright, select all of the away crew. And we're going to just group up out here. Everyone just turn your jobs off for a second. Is everyone here? Yeah, I think the town is just really laggy now. Because we have so much stuff placed in it. Before we go, I do want to mention, if you're watching and one of the Wayward crew, one of the named people, is yours, let me know in the comments down below which building you are interested in moving into, and potentially who you wouldn't mind as a roommate. Because we don't have enough buildings for everyone to get their own building. So we're going to have to double up. You're going to have some roommates. And I would love to get input on those. If I don't get input, I might just stick you in with somebody until I do get input. So, yeah. Just so you know, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 buildings. For, what is this, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's going to be like 2 per building-ish. And yeah, let me know what kind of stuff you might want to stockpile in your personal chest. Do you want it to be like treasures that you specifically have got while out adventuring? Do you just want to have some food or something? Like K-Gear probably just wants a box of burritos by his bed. That wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, if you got a thing, it's a way to add a little bit more flavor to the village based on the viewer characters. And I think that could be fun. So all these buildings are completely empty except for the utilities one. So it's open to whatever people want. And hopefully I get some feedback, some feedback on that. That'd be cool. But for now, let's go out exploring. I like this. I'm gonna have to remember to bring back some skins from this adventure so we can finish crafting this. It just needs 1 animal skin. So I wish these guys would just like chill in here, but they always just walk right into the village. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I tried to put it somewhere where I often see them standing. Usually I'll see them standing like here or over there. And yeah, we'll see. I'm going to turn jobs back on because once they get a ways away from town, they shouldn't run back automatically. Hidden forest. It's so weird that this is the hidden forest and this is the hidden forest. I guess it wraps around. Yeah, it probably wraps around World's End or something. Yeah, we need to move far enough that we unload our village. And then I think we'll get our responsiveness back. I'm hoping we do at least. I wonder if the village ever fully unloads when it has player characters in it. Because I always leave the villagers behind. Something else I've been thinking about for our little adventures. Because we are pretty darn strong now, whenever I go out with this full crew in a region that's not extremely dangerous, we pretty much stomp everything now. So I was thinking, when we're going to places that I think are going to be a little bit safer, or at least when we're scouting places before we know, I might start going in smaller crews. Maybe crews of no more than 6 people. And we'll leave everyone else back at town to just chill. And that will give specific characters more of a chance to be in the spotlight. And also, it will increase risk, which I find enjoyable. I don't know if other people do. Some people probably get really stressed out when their character might die. And I do too, but that tension is more enjoyable than just rolling over every enemy. It's a lot more enjoyable to me when I'm fighting cannibals and like I actually want to slow it down and I want to micromanage it a little bit, and it becomes a more entertaining fight than me just going through the fight at 3 times speed and we just wipe them out every time. So I think we're strong enough to go in groups of 6 and be fairly safe in most regions of the map. But I don't know. Let me know what you think of that idea too. I'm definitely going to try it out either way, but yeah, if people don't enjoy it, then maybe I'll go back to larger crews, or maybe I'll make the crews even smaller and try and do like missions with a very specific goal, and I'll take certain people on those missions, like stealth people on a stealth mission, people that are good with lances out to hunt animals. There's a lot of different things like that that I can do to play into characters' strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot. I was actually going to do that this episode, but I kind of forgot about it, and now we're out here, so I figure we searched most of this area as a full crew. We can finish it off today. And then as we move into the next regions, which will probably be this big desert area, we might go with fewer people. We might go with like a crew of 6. And then we have to make more decisions, and the decisions are more impactful. And making impactful decisions is what makes a game fun. Because like right now, I'm not even worrying about if we run into anything, because I know this region has nothing in it that can really hurt me. It's relaxing and it's nice and it's fast, but I don't mind playing the game at a little bit slower pace if it means, if it's entertaining the whole time. It's just a different type of entertainment, I guess. We were here before. I'm pretty sure we checked everything here. Let's go check out this ravaged hamlet. I'm really excited about the village stuff too. I wasn't even planning on doing that today. When I started the game, I was just, ooh, why am I going close to these guys? I was just going to start up and go out adventuring. This, I think this would be fun to fight. Paladin, Holy Sentinels. This is an actual army. Again, I'm pretty sure we just wiped the floor with them because we're all in the 60s and 70s now for stats. Oh, the thing I didn't do, I'm just realizing, is I didn't give my ranged characters ammunition before I left. Oops. Oh yeah, they have no ammo. Also, I'm going to just drop this stuff now. We don't need any of this. I know it's worth money and it took time to make, but it's not. That's not a concern to me. Oh, this guy has some ammo. Yuri's the only archer with that remembered to bring arrows. Come on, guys. I guess Sand Assassin doesn't care. He doesn't actually have to shoot anymore. He just walks up and knocks people out. Oh, I forgot to switch these too. Oh well. Oh, and these. What the heck? I was slacking. Was I talking while I was going through the inventories, or was I just missing things for no reason? Whenever I'm talking, I do everything wrong. Can't multitask at all. Alright, so that's dealt with. I'm going to fight these guys, because the Holy Nation are jerks. And I think it'll be funny. Well, maybe not funny, but it'll be an interesting fight. We are going to slow it down. We're going to ambush them from the side here. Alright, full-on war. I think I want to spread my characters out a little bit, so I can make sure we're not taking AoE damage from their swings. And Carbon Chili and Kenpachi they're in the mosh pit. They're in the midst of this battle. There's some red numbers every now and then, but then you see like somebody swing and there's a bunch of 60s, 70s, 117. This guy just took 117 damage. His legs are gone. He's about to flop on the ground. Ugh. Dang. Sark is... What you doing, man? He's just supervising. Look at him standing over there with his arms crossed. He's like, guys, you didn't give me arrows. I'm not even going to fight. You know what? I refuse. No, he was on passive hold for some reason. I don't know why. All right. Well, do we even take damage? Yeah, see, this is... It's not really an issue, right? It's really nice that we can basically fight a war and take 0 damage. But it would also be kind of cool to try and fight that army with 6 people. Because I think we could do it. It would just be... It would be a lot more tense and a lot more interesting. And I might have to, like, ditch and then come back and rescue and save people. And that's a lot more fun for me when I'm doing that, so... And it adds more storyline to those specific characters, which I think is a good thing. All right. I guess I'll just loot these guys to see what they have. See if they have anything good. Yeah, it's faction uniform stuff, but it doesn't look valuable. This guy's got a cool painted one. It's shoddy grade, though. Come on, man. This is why you're using all the battles. Losing all the battles. Alright, let's speed on by. Do we even look at that? Wait, do we even look in here? There's just a massacre just outside this building. Yeah, there's nothing there. I think all the ravaged hamlets are going to be empty. I don't think they're going to have anything valuable in them. See if there's anything on the ground here. It doesn't look like it. Wish you could fix up these buildings. Also, I should check. I should do some prospecting here. So the fertility and the water are okay. That's why they're here. These were little farming towns, I guess. They had big buildings to be a farming town, but... Interesting. That makes me think that this little basin over here would be pretty good, too. Where's my prospect button? There it is. Yeah, water and fertility. I guess we're going to make a farming town. This area in here wouldn't be terrible, because you do have fertility and water. I think I was at Drin last time, was I not? I know I went to all of these. I want to say I hit Drin last time, and then came across, straight across. Let's check out Drin again just to make sure, though. No sense. Ooh. Oh, this looks like a tougher squad. Ooh, these are samurais. Okay. Yeah, these are much tougher than the other guys. If for no other reason than their armor is way better. Should we fight them and see how it goes? I think we should. The United Cities are all slavers. These guys are just... Actually, you know what? They are samurai. They probably have slaves at home. Or servants. Of some sort. And it's just porting a system that promotes slavery. So, you know what? We're going to fight them. Slow this down. This one I expect that some of us will take some damage from this encounter. Oof. Oh, wow. Somebody just KO'd 2 people in one swing. Was that you, Zach? Zach, did you just jump kick 2 of them into oblivion? I don't even know. That was nuts. Our groups collided and those 2 people just instantly fell over. The combination of our gear making us take no damage and our top tier swords making us deal insane amounts of damage really cleans these fights up fast. Wait, Abuela, you buffoon. You don't have your weapon. Oh my gosh. Abuela put her weapon back, apparently. Okay, she's gonna have to loot a weapon to use for a little bit. At least someone here should have a decent weapon. Wait a second. Yuri, where are you going? And where's Shifty? Oh, what the... What am I doing over here? Who am I fighting? Oh. Was I fighting him? Oh, there's more. Wonderful. Regroup. Dude, what in the world? We're gonna get Abuela a weapon. I think she's... Do I have anyone... It's just like dual-wielding stuff that she could use. She uses sabers. Oh, that's Cassandra's. That's Dalance's old blade. She's gonna hold on to that. Maybe I have Abuela train in katanas a little bit. It will improve her dex. Her dex is pretty abysmal because of her armor. So if she can get her dex up to a higher number, it wouldn't be bad. I might have her just loot a body for a sword, though. Wow. Okay, I thought one of these guys would have a decent sword. Oh, she's trained in pole arms a little bit. We'll have her grab a pole arm. It's not going to deal any damage, but that does mean she's going to get a lot more training with it. We'll see if we can find a decent one. And by decent, I mean just not shoddy. I think this one's a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Incoming. Guys can fight again. Watch this and see if I can see somebody with a better blade. They forgot their helmets at home. These guys think they're anime characters. They're fighting in like full gear and they have anime hair. These guys are definitely main characters. Look at them. Maybe they just have main character syndrome. They think they're a Shek. They don't wear a helmet. Wait, even the Shek's wearing a helmet. The heck? That's funny. Someone's got to have a decent weapon. We're going to have to just steal one. I bet there's a weapon we could steal somewhere. Move Yuri up on the hill so he can actually shoot. So he can see. Lots of samurai. Lots of terrible weapons. And we're still sitting at like 80 to 90% on all of our stats. Abuela's taking a decent amount of damage to her chest. I guess Sand Assassin's not doing great either. But that's because he's out of ammo. He's 43 stats in hacker class though already, so it's respectable for sure. All right, off to Durin. I like vaguely recall being here. It's an actual war right now though. I'm guessing the samurai are just beating up, yeah. They're just beating up the ooh, outlaw swordsman captain, the rebel farmers. Okay, yeah. Samurai heavy. We were here before. I remember looting this place. I remember the layout. So we're actually going to turn around. We already looted that place. We took all their alcohol and whatnot. Paladins. Ooh, a high paladin. He's been hitting that hashish. I don't even know how to pronounce that. What is it? The hashish? Hash. I thought that was outlawed, but there's a lot of high paladins, so must not be completely outlawed. Standard grade junk. Paladin's Cross. Is that always called the Paladin's Cross? Like when I created, is it called the Paladin's Cross? We're going to keep doing this until I succeed. Oh no, he got up. Never mind. We'll beat you up and then we'll do it again. I do like his fancy outfit. When I pretend to be paladins, I might wear... Oh my, wait. Wait, what? Did these guys just spawn here? 1 second they were not on my screen and then suddenly they just... Oof. Here they are. Was I zoomed out or did they just spawn right here? Well, we have a proper war again now. Maybe they've walked in when I was fighting the other group. This is a different patrol, maybe? Something's going on over here. Samurai conscript is fighting a holy chosen. They're basically conscripts. I think the holy chosen, they're like... Look at these names. They're former slaves that were forced to or converted, you know, quote unquote converted. Oof. More limbs. Just stop crawling, guys. Oof. Dead. Just straight up dead. Okay. Anyone here look like they have a decent sword? Probably not. Let's just heal up and move on. Oh, this must be a patrol route, because look at this. It's just patrol after patrol. We're gonna avoid and evade that next patrol. I already know they don't have anything I want, probably. But we're gonna scoop around. We're gonna hit all these things up. I think we'll just run through this fight, whatever's going on, and ignore it. Wave as we go by. So this is a ravaged hamlet. How do we miss that one up there? Oh, what is this? Are these puppies? Where are my characters? What the heck? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is fine. The reason we came here is because we need the skins. Well, we really only need one. No, not first aid. Oh, gosh. Put it down, Shifty, you weirdo. Stop carrying around dead dogs. Oh my gosh, why did I do it again? What is happening? Loot. That's the button I wanted to press. I feel bad, but I'm pretty sure these things are part demon. They're definitely related to whatever creature it was that drops those three-eyed skulls all over the place. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bone dogs are like... yeah, related in some way. They share an ancestor, for sure. I don't know if the three-eyed thing is its ancestor, but there's one somewhere in their genealogy. Okay, yeah, just another ravaged building or two. Let's go check out Bast. Bast, that sounds familiar. Wait, isn't Bast the name of a character from The Name of the Wind? Isn't Bast like the main character's assistant at his pub? Actually, he's like the main, he's got his own little novella. I read that. What one was that called? Those were all good books, by the way. If you haven't read The Name of the Wind, and I think the next one's called The Wise Man's Fear, you should do it. Excellent fantasy novels. I don't know if the third one's ever going to come out. I think it's going to be... I don't know what the name will be. I assumed it was going to be like Kingkiller, but it's the Kingkiller Chronicles is the name of the series. There's 2 books. There's allegedly going to be 3. I don't know if those plans have been canceled, but it took like 10 years between book 1 and book 2, and now it's been a good number of years between book 2 and book 3 not being out, so I don't know. This looks like nothing, you know? I think there's one building, like there's only a couple buildings in here. And we're gonna find out what's inside them. Oh, I didn't mean to attack the door, but I guess that's what I did. Can I just open the door, please? Yeah. What the heck? Here? Unless it's in a box. If you were starting the game, this would be a useful place to go. It has a few materials, some fuel, building materials. Wait, there's a doll? That doesn't look like a doll, guy. It looks like fabrics. I was hoping it looked like an actual doll so I could put it in somebody's house. Ooh, that's creepy. An old child's toy, battered and worn beyond its prime. Dang. I've never seen this item before. Interesting. We're gonna pick up... I'm picking up stuff for strictly for decoration of my base. The bowls, the cup, the doll. I wish the doll looked like a doll when you put it on the ground. That would have actually been kind of cool. But no. I've never seen a doll before. Huh. I wonder if there's just like one in the entire game. I like how when I tell them to go in a building that has a closed door. Ooh, sorry, oops. I didn't realize there was people in here. I hope I didn't kill them. They're just peasants. I need to heal these guys. Wait. Why can I not heal? Oh. Can't heal a dead person. I mean, it's kind of their fault. Yes, I broke into their... Well, I didn't really break into their house. The door was unlocked. I just walked in to a house in an abandoned village, and then they attacked me. If they hadn't attacked me, I wouldn't have fought back. I don't know how I feel about this whole situation. I guess they wouldn't be bad to place for decoration. You can place some on the tables in the bar back home. All right, well, we came, we saw. There wasn't much to do. Got a few more things to check out. The guard post might have something in it, but if it's anything like the other guard post, it's just going to be a little bit of food, and I don't remember anything valuable being in there. Okay, one more thing marked red on our map. These are bone dogs. Sometimes bone dogs have a weapon that is okay. We're actually just gonna steal all the weapons out of their little den. How do I get up here? It looks like a samurai watchtower. Is that what's going on? Yeah, samurai from the United Cities. Do I go in and loot it stealth-like? Or not? I guess we use a little stealth. We haven't done it yet. I'm going to switch back to items that are at least in Abuela's weapon classes. Chill here. Have our stealth crew. Lan and Sand Assassin. I think these are our stealth characters. Let's slow it down a little bit. How do I get up here? Wait, what? What? Oh, I have to come up from this side, I think. Alright, well. Yeah, that's what's going on. Alright, let's slow down again. It's still daytime. Oh, Flan's also just carrying somebody. Let's not have Flan do this. Flan's carrying a gorilla guy. This is an awkward way to get up here, for sure. I like this position, though, for a tower. It's kind of cool. Wait, I've never looked up in this region. What kind of birds do they have? Are those birds? They're just like twirling as they go up and down. That's weird. All right. Stealth mission activate. Do they really not see me? So weird. There's just like some people Naruto running in the background and nobody notices. Cassandra found some more alcohol to steal, so that's coming with us. Sand Assassin can probably start knocking people out pretty soon. Hey, here's a better weapon for Abuela to use. That was worth it. Huh. United Weekly 5. We're going to take that. Eventually we'll have to read all those things. Wait, this is just water. I don't want water. Gross. They're going to wake up in the morning and wonder why all the rum is gone. Burritos. Cassandra has a doll. Does she want to keep the doll? Yuck, yuck. Food? Yes. Water? No. Wait, was there anything just like on the table I should steal? No. The heck? Did I just send someone weird to come loot? I have no idea who I had selected there for a second. Would have been cool months ago. They got some stuff up here. Tools, first aid kit, prison cells. Probably just food in these barrels up here. Maybe some booze. Oh, wow. Actually, lots of booze. I've heard stories of the weak desert kings. Okay. Did anyone ask for your input right now? Or are you just going on about things? What do you mean out of trading range? What? Standing right next to that thing. But never before have I witnessed such bulbous, useless looking beings. I suppose Sand Assassin is a Shek, so they think humans look really goofy. To be fair, we just looted their entire tower. Yeah, I didn't miss a floor or anything. See you guys. Alright, I gotta read the rest of this conversation. Where is it? Dialogue? Sand Assassin. How I would enjoy feeding them their own coin purses. Interesting. Cassandra replies, I'm happy to hear you sounding so excitable for a change. Maybe keep it down so you don't get us killed by noble guards. Cassandra's just stealing stuff and handing it to him, and he's just like, wow, these guys are really useless. She's like, yeah, just quiet. We're not done here. Gosh. Okay. I'm going to offload everything that they've looted to somebody else. We'll give it to someone who can stack items. Okay, yeah, all the foodstuffs can go to this. Sand Assassin has stuff too. Okay, cool. Who else has a nice bag? So this person can get a bunch of these. Dump everything else over there that we can. Okay. Sand Assassin needs to talk to Abuela about a better temporary weapon. It's funny that the only person that doesn't have amazing weapons is the one character we have that makes our weapons right now. She's like, forgot to leave the building with the things she spends her entire life making. A little bit strange. Okay, there's one more thing to check. This ravaged hamlet is right here. Can speed up for this one. Did it turn out red? Okay, let's just stand next to it so it turns red so I know I've been there. I think that's most of this region checked. I know we've walked through here a million times, so I'm not worried about that. I'm fairly certain we've run across here too. We've gone right through the middle. I'm not paused. We haven't checked this little bit, so we're going to check down here. We've run through there. I'm fairly certain we've run all over in this area too. So I think we're done with this freaky looking bunny ears, head, face thing. I think that region is done being checked. So the next region on our list is the sandy desert area over here. But I think that's going to be next session. I think we'll go do all of this next session. What I think I'm going to do this session, because we still have some time. I'm actually cruising through things. It's only an hour 45. I think we're going to go back to our base. And we're going to do one of those little smaller crew missions. I haven't decided what. I'm going to think of some ideas on the way back, though, because it's going to take us a few minutes to walk back. One of the things I'd like to try is hunting a Leviathan. I think that'd be a cool thing to do with all archers, right? I want to basically porcupine the thing to death. I've just never hunted a Leviathan. And maybe we won't do a smaller crew for that. Maybe we'll do... we have like 3 archers in our group. 3 skilled archers in our group. Maybe what we'll do is we'll make it a training session for everyone in the group to learn a little bit about archery. We'll give everyone bows, everyone arrows, and then we'll split into like 3 groups where our 3 main archers are the captains of the groups. And we'll spread out around this Leviathan and just like try and kite it and shoot it until we take it down. And then we kind of have some flavor for Yuri. Who's our other archers? Yuri, Sark, and Sand Assassin. They're going to be teaching the rest of our crew how to shoot bows. And our target's going to be a Leviathan because it's really big, so it's hard to miss. So it's a good target practice for all of our newbies. And we've never done it, so it'll be a good lesson in kiting too, because we are not going to let it get anywhere near us. So when it starts getting close to one of the 3 groups, that whole group will back off, and the other 2 groups will continue shooting. So it'll be a good like training session for flavor and for functionality at the same time. I think we'll walk around the mountain this way this time. See the side of the mountain that no one ever sees. Our villagers are very familiar with what the other side of this hill looks like, but not this side. Oh, and look, we return to our friendly neighborhood cannibals. Well, on our way back in, we will take care of this nonsense. You just ignore them. All right. Attack all. We'll slow this down. Who should we look at? Let's watch Carbon Chili. We haven't seen him do stuff in a while. Can you go somewhere where I can actually see what you're doing? Chop, chop, slice. Doing good. Oh gosh, I think he just took out 2 people at once. Oh, he chopped this girl's arm off. Dude, her arm just pop. All gone. Either that or just started dangling. No, it's gone. Where'd it go? It's over there? Dang. Did she not have that arm before? I swear she had that arm and then it was just gone. I really need to do something about this this gorilla. I'm tired of carrying him around. It looks so strange carrying him all the time. Now you guys all come out here. We're done. Fight's over. Alright. There are a few things. Oh, I don't have the whole crew. Everyone get over here. Yes, yes. Alright. We're going to drop off some stuff. We're just going to drop that in the table for now. They're going to drop off all their food, aren't they? It's going to be annoying. The drugs stay. Why does this guy have no med kit? What in the actual heck? Weird. Maybe he used it all? I can't imagine that's the case. one's full. I guess the overflow goes in this thing. Eventually gonna decorate with in the shop counter, and it'll just be like knickknacks and stuff sitting around the shop counter. Maybe I'll put my reading materials in here too. We'll decorate with that eventually. This stuff, honestly, is all garbage. I just picked it up temporarily. We're gonna get rid of all that. I might just drop it on the ground. I know I have an item furnace, but it's dangerous to turn that on. Let's get rid of that. Can I get rid of this too? Okay. There we go. I don't know. I guess it gives a bunch of raw iron, which is useful, question mark. I want to turn Abuela's jobs off so she just doesn't screw up her weapons again. I'm pretty sure she was using this. I could be... Oh, I think I'm wrong about that. What was she using as her secondary weapon? I'll have to look this up. Maybe it was that one. I know it was a blunt. For some reason, I feel like it was the spiked club. Maybe not, though. I really don't know. We'll give her a spiked club for now, and these are just going to get thrown on the ground, except we got to burn them. It's fine. Okay, so we get back, we drop... Oh, Shifty, can you go? Ah, yes, you're doing the thing. This is what I like to see. Speed this up. There we go. So our weird makeshift village out here is finally complete. Excellent. Am I going to drop off this stuff? I know I have a place for it. I just don't know if my character's going to do it. Let's drop off the couple other things that I have. Okay. Okay. So, our third mission for the day is going to be hunting a Leviathan. I'm feeling it. We have the gear we need. Dude, what? Why? Why? Why do you need that in your inventory? Just stop. Just stop. Arrows. So everyone here, jobs off. Oh gosh, passive hold. And group up. I think the floor I want is this one. Okay, cool. Everyone's here. This plan, man. Alright, everyone's gonna get a ranger bow. Everyone that doesn't already have range is gonna get a ranger bow. Because I think it's a good middle of the road all-round weapon. Okay. Land. Hopefully I don't screw up their actual weapons doing this. I actually think it's going to be pretty hard to take down a Leviathan. Yo. Okay, so if they can't hold their weapon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to the person that's earlier in the list from that. So like Kenpachi's is given to Heron, etc. Autosave, come on, chill. Drac is fine. This guy's got a ranged weapon. I wonder if the spring bat will be too short range. We're gonna We're going to give him one of these to hold on to, and if he's... I think I'm going to have him use a ranger so that he can show people how to use a ranger. I'm going to go with that for flavor. She's already got one. So Amiltraz can't hold her weapon, so I'm going to give it to the person in front, which is Cassandra. Just doesn't fit in the backpack. Okay, that. Should probably try and grab all the masterwork bows. I hope I have enough arrows for this too. If people run out of arrows and start charging the Leviathan, not going to be a good day. They're not going to enjoy what happens to them. Okay. So these take regular bolts. And I think we're going to need a lot. Like a lot of regular bolts. So hopefully we have a lot of them made. We might have to make more because I want to have stacks and stacks of them for each person. Because I think the Leviathans, it's just going to take a lot of damage to kill it. I wonder what you can loot from a Leviathan too. Like I've never done it, so I don't know. That is not going to be enough arrows. There's no way. So we're going to have to craft a bajillion arrows. Is this... I think I want regulars, right? And we'll just repeat and then remove that. Okay, now Doughnut should be making arrows. This might take a long time, so we'll see. I also might not need as many arrows as I thought I would need. Regulars, and these are regulars. So how many do I want? This is 30 shots each. How many do you think it'll take if everyone's shooting their bows? How many arrows do you think it takes to take down a Leviathan? Probably a lot. This is like 180, right? What if we gave everyone 200? So that's, well, it's 210. 7 stacks of arrows. I feel like that's the kind of numbers we're going to need for this to work. Sand Assassin is just going to take all of the long ammunition because there's only 10 shots in each of these stacks, so we'll probably go through all of them. Oh, yeah, I should have been doing this for a long time. They get crafted pretty fast, but it is still it's gonna take a while, so... I don't want them to accidentally put the weapons away if I turn their jobs back on. That's what I'm worried about. Like them dropping their weapons. But if I have them just stand here with their jobs turned off, I don't know if they feed themselves. That's the dilemma right now. Are you guys gonna just starve yourselves if you just stand here? I guess we'll find out. Maybe we can't do this mission today because I need a lot of bolts. And I don't have enough bolts to stack every single character, unfortunately. We have a decent amount, but we don't have a ton. Alright, well, while we wait for that, the other thing I'm thinking I might want to do is design a little bit more. We can give a tour, first of all, of this region now that it's built. I don't know if I did a really clear tour last time, but coming into the residential district, you've got the well, which services this side of town. There are 3 wells in town, one right there, one for the farms, kind of like right in the middle of all the farms, and then one down here by, this is like leather production and whatnot, which I can't remember if the tanning takes water. I feel like it should, but there's water down here, which also feeds the farms, and then some of our crafting. But we have one specifically for residential use, and we have a water storage tank right next to it. Over on this side, we have just some empty buildings. There's nothing in these ones. There'll be houses eventually. A little bit of iron plates, bathrooms. Underneath here, we have a green fruit storage container. I don't know. I just wanted to have a barrel there. And if you're just chilling over here by the campfire or whatever, having a crunchy green fruit to eat maybe is a good thing. This is just a regular practice dummy. A couple more houses. Our utility house. This is what this area looks like. I feel like I should put some more decoration underneath here, but I don't know what to put under here. There's not a whole lot. If you go into like the build menu, there's not a whole lot that you can put outside, which kind of bothers me. There's not like, I would love to be able to just put a bench here, but you can't place benches outside. It's really annoying. Like a sitting pillow, like you can't put the stuff outside. Even the tables, you can't put a table outside. Like having a table in a staging area where you have building materials would make sense, but you can't. So it's a little bit unfortunate. A couple more empty buildings, outhouse stuff. Something that I think is really interesting with adding a region like this to town is that it kind of just filled in a bunch of blank space, and we didn't move anything to do it. So I could have crammed in a lot more houses if I had removed these turbines, but leaving the wind generators right where they were and filling in around it and making it look organic gives the town a lot of character. Because like in real life, not that really comparing video games to real life ever makes sense, but you wouldn't tear down a functional wind turbine to put a house just to move the wind turbine somewhere like 10 feet to the right. So you would just shove little buildings in wherever you could and make use of the space that's available. And I think that makes this look more natural. Even if like the terrain is super jank, I've been building around the terrain and it almost looks like it kind of makes sense. Like you can walk up the hill on this side and you can get in all the buildings, or you can stay down here and walk around and then end up by these buildings, right? And there's this little cliff, which I'm kind of like dealing with, kind of trying to build around. It causes my buildings to be slanted, which is a bit awkward, but you can kind of just ignore that. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, these buildings are just empty too. And I like the way that leaving the wind generators where they were, all twisted funny and whatnot, added to the way I designed this whole region and filled in. And it kind of worked out too, because I've got like a group of 2 buildings, 2 homes, 2 homes, 2 homes. This third home in this group is our utility thing. And you can still get up these ramps and go up on top of the wall and kind of walk around here. And these 2 ramps are in the residential area, which is kind of cool. Kind of gives you like, I could imagine if you lived up on these houses, you can get from this rooftop up onto the wall. Or if you're on the wall, you can just like go to the rooftop. I wish these trapdoors had like ladders you could go up and down and get in the houses. I wish you could just use the roofs of these houses to place things, but I don't think you can. Like if I go into build mode, can I put something on the house actually? Can I put like a small wind generator on the house? Yeah. You can't use the roof of the small shack. And I really wish you could, because they have this trapdoor, which makes it look like you could. But yeah, you can't actually. Just too bad. I'm happy with this though. I hope we get to fill those in slowly as time goes by. How's our research doing? Still working on advanced batteries. That takes so long. That's crazy. Huh. It does look like some of the people ran off to eat, which is a good sign. Also, is Sand Assassin stuck? He's just doing his thing in the corner again. I think he's stuck here. Just micromanaging villagers nonstop. Doughnut, how you doing on the bolts? Okay, we've got enough for 2 more people. 7 each. Not quite 2 more people, but 6. If he steals some from Chile, I think. There we go. Now he has 7 too. So 4 people have their ammunition. Let's get in there. Come on. Oh, do they box it instantly? Interesting. Yeah, the process of building arrows is pretty fast. I could set up another table, I guess, and we could get somebody else doing it. That would speed things up quite a bit. Oh, what is it called? It's under production, probably? Crafting? Bolts. Arrow making bench. Maybe we just sneak another one of those in here. Like right here. Ugh, it's gonna have to be in the middle of the room. Don't really like that. Wish I could move it like right here. That's not gonna work. So this is gonna have to be a temporary workbench because I really don't like the way it looks right there. Confirm that, and we'll have just one person build it. Okay. Everyone just ran to build it. Everyone but the person I told to do it. Alright, who has arrow crafting other than Doughnut? Crossbow smithing? There's got to be somebody else. Armor. It's going to be nobody, isn't it? I bet it's just Doughnut. Wowza. Alright, well, who in the party wants to learn how to make crossbow bolts? It probably should be one of our archers, right? That would make sense. Sand Assassin is already doubled up as an assassin and sneaking and an archer. Yuri's our sprinter archer. Sark is our druggy archer. So I guess maybe it would make sense for Sark to make his own arrows, because he'd probably make like poisoned arrows or, you know, shroom arrows. I don't know. So he's gonna do this. He's gonna do the arrow making thing. Yeah. Make the arrows, buddy. What are you doing? Sark. Sark, what are you... Why? Arrow making workbench. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of all your other jobs. And then are you gonna do it right? No, where's he going, man? He does not want to work on that bench. What is Sark doing? Are you just sitting out here? You're picking up... What are you doing? Actually, what are you doing? I don't know what Sark is doing. I think he's looking for stuff to input. This is what happens when your game starts getting a little buggy. Okay, what do you need? What do you need to make these things? You just need iron plates. Now, I guarantee there's iron plates right outside. No room for that item. Oh, you know what the problem is? I haven't queued anything up. That's the problem. Silly me. Yep, it was a user error. Not a game error. As usual. You think his mechanical arm helps him do this? It only has 3 fingers. You know how much that probably messes up a human? Going from having 4 fingers to 3? Like, look at this. He's got 4 fingers on one hand and 3 on the other. I don't know, I guess there's plenty of people alive today that only have 3 fingers on a hand or 2. Maybe it's not the end of the world, but I feel like you get your arm cut off and then suddenly you put a new arm on and it's all wired into your brain, but it's only got 3 fingers. It'd probably screw you up a little bit. Would you just wire it in so that it's like you don't have a pinky finger? I feel like that would be the smart thing to do. I don't know. These are the things that matter in life. This is what I think about. How is everyone doing? Nobody's starving. Okay. We're getting there, actually. We're over halfway... We're about halfway done loading up on arrows, so... It should go faster and faster as Sark learns how to make arrows. Like, even going slowly, he's going pretty fast. And apparently, he can work on his workbench from here, so he doesn't even have to walk back and forth to drop the bolts in the box. Don't ask me how that works, but... You'd think that he'd stand here and he'd just chuck the bolts towards the box instead of standing by the box and not using the workbench to make the arrows. I don't know. I'm not going to question it. It works. It works. I need to zoom out so I don't hear the flies buzzing constantly. Wait, I still hear the flies. Why do I hear flies buzzing all the time out here? Is it because I put a thing in? Do the flies buzz around the outhouses? Or is it just this biome that I'm in? I don't know. It's a little bit annoying, if I'm being honest. Oh, I'm not going to be able to give Sark arrows until this is done. He drops them off immediately. We will get ourselves a Leviathan today. The last thing we do. While they're working, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to do a little stretching break. I highly recommend you do the same. Get your blood flowing again. Swing your arms around. I don't know. Do some yoga or something. I will be back in 1 minute after I'm done moving around. Ooh, and we are back. That always feels so good. Like, I just get up and I pace in a circle a little bit, stretch my legs, swing my arms around, stretch my arms, bend a bit. I just get like a light stretch in every part of my body and just move. When I've been sitting for a while, it makes me feel so much better. I try and do that. Like, whenever I'm working or I'm gaming or something, every hour or two, like, just get up and move around. Also, I'll realize when I do that I'm like really hungry and haven't eaten in 6 hours or something like that. So it gives me that little bit of break, which I need in order to like get up and work on other things. So, or to just grab some food, grab a snack while I'm working, and improves my productivity immensely. Just getting like a 30-second or 1 minute break. All right. Who are we on for ammo? This guy. 7 for you. 7 for Cassandra. 1 for this guy. Sark is already level 11 crossbowsmith. I don't know how everyone's doing food-wise. That's my one question. It looks like they're probably standing close enough to each other that they're just pulling food out of each other's backpacks. We'll just make sure everyone's sitting here with a food cube in their inventory. And also I should fix Sark not having medical stuff. Oh, that's so weird that he just didn't have a medical kit. Alright. That's resolved now. Gear has food, you have food. Amiltrez has plenty of food. Food. Pent doesn't have food. Who had it before? Kenshi. Yeah, and they're eating their food immediately, so it doesn't look like they're not trading while they have their jobs turned off. A little bit strange. You know what? We're also going to turn everyone's from taunt off. We're just going to turn their taunts off. Ooh, Shifty, I didn't mean to turn your jobs on. I meant to turn ranged on. Where'd Shifty run off to? Did you... Okay, you didn't put your weapon away. Good. Everyone's going to be ranged. And no one's going to be taunting. Zach is going to get his first experience using a weapon. I guess technically he has a little bit of training in every weapon, and he just decided none of them were for him. He's going to be a martial artist. It's kind of funny. The one character that... Wait, Zach? Where's Zach? And why doesn't Zach have a bow? What? Wait, what? Why doesn't Kenshi have a bow? All of these characters had bows. I gave them all bows. What in the world? Wait, did I not? No, Amiltrez has a bow. Oh, so weird. Okay, let's get these two guys bows. I don't know where their freaking bows went. Did I just not give it to them? It's possible. Weird, though. Very weird. Okay, you have a bow. And you get a bow. Come on. Select the right people. Now, hopefully these bows don't disappear again. If they ever did disappear in the first place. Sark, Kagir, Cassandra, excellent. Amiltrez, excellent. Let's keep this time moving. More. Last few people. We can make this go a little bit faster by just refilling, so they don't have to leave the tables. There we go. One more for you. I don't know how many arrows this is going to be, but we're giving 210 to each character. And I believe this is 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 characters with 210 each. So 1632, 3,200 and plus another 160, 3,360-ish arrows is how many we're going to have to shoot. My math is probably off by like an order of magnitude, but a lot of arrows is the moral of the story. So hopefully we can take down Leviathan with some crazy number of arrows. I actually don't know if it's going to be possible. Like, the Leviathan might heal tank all of these arrows. Especially considering our characters are not going to be dealing, most of them are not going to be dealing much damage with these arrows. Because their perception's low, they've never used bows before. Yeah, it might not actually work. In which case, we're going to have a take 2 of this next time, trying to hunt a Leviathan, for real this time. But hopefully we get it this time. I'm giving it like a 50-50 coin toss that this works. It might also just be super easy, for all I know. It's something I've never done, so fun to experiment and find out. Our characters have just been standing here for over a day, I think, waiting for arrows. In game time. It's day 431. I should do something special for day 444. I don't know what. I just like that number. It's one of those numbers that's just stuck in my head for like the last decade and a half. For some reason, there have been periods in my life where it always happens in like chunks, right? Where my life schedule just works out that right around 444, I'm either getting ready to go somewhere or something is happening in my life on a weird schedule where I look at the clock and it's just 444 at a ridiculous rate. There were a couple times in college where it was just like, I knew I had to go to class at like 5 p.m. or something, and I was looking at the clock, and it's just like 444 for every freaking day. I looked at the clock, and it was 444, and it's always in the afternoon. And then years later, I ended up in another situation with like work or something where I was getting done, right? Like I get done at 5, and I'm like, I can tell my internal clock's like, work's almost over. And I look at the clock and it's 4:44. And so that number has just kind of stuck in my head as like a special number. Never for like a special reason. It's just like the number itself has stuck in my head because I've seen it so many times in a repeated fashion. So when day 444 comes, maybe we'll do something special. I don't know what. Because again, the number doesn't really have a specific thing associated with it. It's just like, I don't know, weird number. All right. It's sidetracked. I'm just sitting around telling random stories. That's done. Actually, we're almost done with this. We're so close. 8 more. 7 more. Oh, we still need some for Sark. That's why we need 7 more. And we'll actually give him some heavy bolts too. So he can swap back to his spring bat if he wants. I have a suspicion that a lot of people are going to be very bad at this. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how people do leveling up their perception and whatnot. I could have them training on training turrets now while I'm waiting. That probably would have been smart. But at this point, we're basically done, so I'm not going to worry about it. 2 more to go, and then we can head out and try to find a Leviathan that's by itself. I think that's going to be the goal. All right. 7 for you. Turned his job off, so now he's done. Okay. I guess we're just going to let Doughnut go crazy and produce bolts for the rest of her life. While we're gone, at least. I don't know where all the other characters wandered off to. Let's make sure that everyone's selected. Maybe they ran off to get food. Yeah, it does look like they went to get food. Or we're working on other random things. Yeah. Let's grab a little bit more ammo for this guy, because I think the people with higher perception or whatever, I think they go through ammo faster. The ones that are skilled, they fire faster. So I don't want them running out of ammo before everyone else. I know steel bars are valuable, but guys, I'm just gonna throw them on the ground. I ain't got the time of day to put them back where they belong. Okay, everyone looks good. Good enough. We can set you to ranged. We have some people just not set up. Make sure everyone's set up correctly, so that when we get to our location, we can be functional as a group. Sweet. All right, the beginning of mission 3. We're gonna head to the Leviathan coast because there should be Leviathans there. And we're going to ignore everything that's not a Leviathan on our way. Seems like a smart plan. We'll see how it works. There should be Leviathans like right here, right in this blue stuff. We're also going to have to deal with shrieking bandits, so we'll try not to use all of our ammo on that. Immediately, I just ran into shrieking bandits. Maybe we can just outrun them at this point. Shrieking bandits are usually super fast, but our away crew here is disgustingly quick. Okay, these are actually goat herders. I'm not worried about goat herders. I'm thinking there should be Leviathans right around here. We need to find a lone one, though. Because kiting multiple ones is not going to be good. And hopefully I'm not fighting and then just have one spawn on my head. That would be really bad. Yeah, we're just running away from everything so we can conserve our ammo. I kind of feel bad hunting a Leviathan. They just seem like this giant mythological creature that's probably been alive for thousands of years. And hunting one seems like kind of a waste, but I will justify it by saying it's retribution for one stomping my leg off. Okay, so we're going to set everyone off of being ranged. Turn their jobs back on. Do you think they'll... They should fight with their secondary weapons, right? Yeah, once they get approached. Okay. I just don't want them to use their ranged weapons when we're fighting these guys. We can speed through this. These are fast and easy fights for us at this point. There's really zero concern for our own safety. We really need to find a Leviathan, though. God, there's so many shriekers out here. I've seen Leviathans in this basin. I'm pretty sure. I guess maybe it was a little bit further. Because we just got the text saying Leviathan Coast. So maybe we weren't quite there yet. Oh, there's a giant. Two of them. I don't want to hunt a baby one either. Like, this is a mama with babies. We won't be mean to them. Look at these hit points though, like 6,000 blood. The head is 3,000. We have something like 3,000 arrows, right? That we're going to shoot into one of these. Do you think 3,000 arrows is going to be enough to take one of these down? I kind of don't think so. Because I'm going to have to deal enough damage to its head, chest, or stomach to deal tons of damage. And my damage is going to be distributed probably about evenly across all of its limbs and body parts. So I don't think enough of my 3,000 arrows worth of damage is going to be stacked on its head, chest, or stomach to take it down. Like, we might need more like 12,000 arrows to take down a Leviathan. It's purely with arrows. Assuming we don't have... there's big things over here. Assuming we don't have highly leveled archers. Yeah, all the Leviathans are in groups. Unfortunately. I probably could... Oh, there's one up there. Maybe that one's alone. I was going to say, I could probably shoot one and get it to break from its group, but I already feel bad killing Leviathans. I would feel really bad killing one that had, like, babies. That's just not cool. We don't want to make the population go extinct. We're going to try and fight this one, okay? So, the way this is going to work is we're going to split into 3 groups, and we're going to play this like a strategy game. Okay, so 5, 5, wait. Okay, it's just going to bother me if it's not grouped right. So 6, 5, and 5. That's going to be our groups. And we're going to kind of just fight from a variety of angles. And slow this down. This is going to be our target. I'm sorry, you drew the short straw. Hopefully when I attack this one doesn't come to join the party. And I also don't know how far away I can be, but I want to be kind of like max distance. And I want to have a way to kite away from these guys. They are very slow. All right, so this is going to be my test group. We are beginning the firing squad. How close do they have to get? Oh, really close if I don't set them to ranged. Everyone back up. Okay, how far can I shoot from? Come on. Attack target. There we go. It looks like they're moving closer. Why? Okay, so here's what's happening. Your perception actually increases your range. I didn't know this. Because our team leader is just shooting at it from back here. Oh, wait, no, he has a different weapon. Okay, I'm stupid. So this is the range of the ranger bows, which is not as far as I was hoping it would be. I was hoping it would be more like that range. I guess we are pretty far away. It's just that this creature is so freaking big. I do need to, like, back up preemptively. Are you guys... Attack target. How is our damage doing? Okay, you guys all need to back off. I feel like... Okay, I'll probably be able to just kite back and forth with these two groups. I wish I could spend some time just like zoomed in and watching this happen. Actually, I should take a screenshot of this right here. This is pretty cool. Too bad it's nighttime. Oh, dude, I've never really looked at these guys up close. Their mouth is on like the top of their head. It's not under their head. Their eyes are kind of to the side, and then their mouth is on like the top, and they have this big insect mouth. Huh. This is a good classic. I think I need a free cam here. Let's free cam. Ooh, that's really fast. Okay. Yeah, this would be... Look at how much bigger Sand Assassin is. He's like, come minions, fire. And he just stands behind them and he can see over them because I don't know if they did this on purpose, but it looks like everyone's lined up from shortest to tallest. I know they're on a hill, right? But still, look at how much bigger Sand Assassin is than everyone else. I forgot that they're like a freaking giant. They're a Shek, but they're a giant. I do know that these two characters are shorter than average for humans. And then these guys are just hivers, so they're smaller, but it's a big Shek. Okay, before we end up getting killed, because we're not paying attention, we do need to kite. How much ammo does everyone have? Everyone still has tons of ammo left. I actually think we'll be able to take this thing down, considering how much damage we've done already. Compared to our ammo reserves. Okay. Yeah, I think the smart thing is to use a single group to control the kiting instead of multiple groups. Unless I want them to like... I want it to walk a certain way. Dude, look at it just bleeding. And these numbers just spamming. They're so tiny compared to the creature. What do these guys look like in their firing squad? What if I get them to line up nicely? Oh, shoot. Could you not? Dude, what are you... You jokers? Where were they running? Oh, were they running to, like, heal somebody? They must have been. Somebody probably got shot in the back by one of the other crew members. This is going really well. Surprisingly well. I wish it wasn't so dark, because I can't get really a good look at this. Okay, you guys need to kite for a second. We're going to see if we can get them to get lured back this way. Okay. I think it got slowed down because its leg's injured. Just making this a lot easier. Definitely could do this with two groups. Let's get a look at this thing's head now that's not buried in the ground. Yeah, very insect-like, crunchy things. I mean, that mouth is... Yeah, it could just eat this whole tree, probably. Like it was a broccoli stalk. And there's nothing really on the bottom side of its head. Its mouth is like in its forehead. Weird. All the creatures of Kenshi are so strange. Like the eyeless giraffes. They're so strange. Oh, yeah. That's what's happening. We're shooting each other in like the back of the head. Yeah, this guy just got shot by the person standing behind them. And I'm sure the same thing happened over here, which is why people keep running this way to heal somebody. Yeah, Heron's sitting here, having been shot. Spread out. So what we do is we spread these guys out. Make sure no one's standing in front of anybody, because they're terrible aims. And then we only use one crew to do the kiting. We just let the other crews keep going. It's losing blood slowly. All right, let's back these guys off. It really doesn't like these guys. I just shot myself again. They're stutter stepping forwards. Looks like we've got... Oh, we have to get into the negative. Oh, I forgot about that. Like, we actually have to get this thing super negative to really finish it off. It's basically not moving anymore, though, because its limbs are so janked up. And we still have plenty of ammo, I think. Oh, yeah. We didn't even go through one stack. That's crazy. Oh, wait. No. Is Flan out of ammo? Dude, what? Guys, what are you doing? Oh, hey! We did it! We did the thing! Leviathan is unconscious. Alright, who wants to do the honors? I feel like it would be a Shek thing. To be like, we must take the trophy. So we're going to have our Shek archer claim the right to skin the thing. Right, so loot. Please tell me it has loot. Leviathan Pearl. The Pearl of a Leviathan. What a trophy. It's worth a fortune. I mean, I have 800,000. It's worth 12,000. That is very cool. We're going to put that in a stand. Sand Assassin. We're going to put that in a stand back home. It is dead now. It's weird that I can't harvest anything else out of it. Feels a little bit wasteful. You know what I really wish existed? And I don't know, maybe there is a workshop thing for this. If you know of it, link it, because I might actually use this mod, if there's a workshop mod for this. What I want is I want armor made out of, like, animal parts from the game. Like, I want skin spider armor that, like, takes parts of the skin spider and, like, you wear them. I think it'd be so sick, because then you'd have to have more things to harvest from each animal, but then each animal, like, maybe you could make armor. Maybe it would take loot from a couple animals to make a specific armor set. Like the spider armor set would take blood spider something like silk plus skin spider chitin, and then you could make spider armor. Like, that'd be really cool. And then for the Leviathan, maybe you could have, I mean, just call it Leviathan armor, and it would just be like Leviathan scales and skin and mandibles and weird things like that that you could harvest from it. Even making some, like, jank weapons out of that would be really cool. But there we have it. The Leviathan. I'm going to get a screenshot of this sad blood trail. The first Leviathan I ever hunted. Okay, free cam because the other cam just will not get the angle I want. There we go. I think I need to get a little closer. I want the zigzag pattern in the floor to be like visible and obvious. I want it to kind of come from off screen towards me. I've got the planets in the background. Like that's decent framing there. The lighting's terrible, but you know, whatever. Take a couple screenshots. All right. These freaky little guys. All right, back to base. Mission success. We've harvested all sorts of weird things from creatures now. We definitely need this to be put somewhere special, though. Because I don't think we're probably going to do that again. I still feel bad doing it. I feel bad killing Leviathans. Feels wrong, but whatever. We got a pearl. We'd say we've done it now. It was way easier than I thought it would be. It was good that I was prepared, but I was definitely over-prepared. If I'm going to make an error on preparedness, though, that is the preferred one. Oh, this is a beak thing nest. Do I practice my newfound skills on the beak things? Yeah, you know what? Beak things are like my nemesis, so we're going to do it. We're going to set up a firing squad, and we're going to just blast some beak things. This is a longer line than I thought I had for people. Pent, why didn't you move? There we go. Okay. Who's going to be the bait? That's the next question. Kimbachi, you just volunteered. All right. Run! I think it's a little out of range, so we're going to collapse a little our formation. Dude, these guys are getting to us way faster than I thought they would. Okay. Is this working? No way, this is kind of working, guys. No! Get it, get it, get it! Oh, yeah! Dude, we just made a firing squad and took down a whole group of beak things without them getting to us. Now we're charging. So we're going to call that a mission success, and we're just going to not fight anymore. Heron doesn't like beak things. She's going to clean these guys up. I don't know if she doesn't like them, but she's currently equipped to kill them. So we're going to just assume it's lore accurate. Holy cow, we are a long ways from home. I thought we were a lot closer, but I guess we walked all the way up there to get to our Leviathan. Not bad. Wait, did you see that? I gotta read the text while we're running here. Dialogue. Zach, what? Did you see that? Up ahead, I'm sure I saw something. Glenn, it's just the wind. Relax. Stay off the hashish. A while, eh? Drac, it's not that. This is the Cannibal Plains. You're being hunted. It wasn't always like this. We don't know why the Northwesterners suddenly developed a taste for humanoid meat. Glenn. Guess that's lucky for you, eh, Tinhead? Oh, I forget that they always call the robots tin heads. One place in the land where you're not the prey. Just make sure you rescue us if we get caught and sentenced to the chopping block. You know, Drac has saved people numerous times, not only from cannibals, also from skin bandits. So, yeah. He's already on top of that. Though I will say, I'm pretty sure he's the one that failed to save John, which is a bit of our dark history. Who, what, why? Guys, what is happening? Our paladins attacking. We're gonna go ahead and... Are these nomads? Wait, the nomads just finished off the paladins? I don't know what just happened. That was weird. Okay, well, mission success on the whole range thing. Oh, what the? Oh, we were all piled together, all set to range still, and then we had to shoot, and we all shot each other in the back. I was wondering why I had so many red numbers just pop up suddenly. Okay. No. Everyone stay here. I'm going to offload all the ammo, because we did what we meant to do. I'm actually going to tell this to be done, because we definitely don't need more ammo, considering how little we used in that. Used about a stack and a half each, so if you want to do the math, let me know how many arrows that is. Like between a stack and a half and 2 stacks, there's 30 in each stack, and we have 16 characters. Off the top of my head, I have no idea how much ammo that is. Drac, for some reason, had no ammo on him. Maybe he was just really good at shooting? No, he wasn't. I guess he's trained in turrets, so maybe his perception helped? I don't know. Springbat, let's make sure you have the right ammo. I'm gonna get all the weapons set back up too. And then we'll find a cool place to put the egg. I think we're gonna put it in the training area, in the stealth training area. And we're gonna put it on like a trophy stand, so people can like practice like they're stealing the precious item. Eventually, maybe we'll move it into like a hall of wonders. That'd actually be kind of a cool building to build. Hall of wonders. And just have a bunch of display stands for fancy things. And Pent is still carrying his arm. Ugh. Poor guy. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Okay, so that's right, that's right, that's right. This is not. Okay, get that set up. That one's good, that one's good. Good. He just wants nothing. This one needs longs, right? No, this one shoots regulars. Just get a bunch of those. Kenpachi. Actually, there we go. There we go. That's right. I think, yeah. Okie. We're gonna put all these bows back where they came from. Wait a second. Did you put that bow back on? That's weird. Oh man, what if you could eat the pearl and somebody just like ate it when I wasn't paying attention? Oh, that'd be traumatic. Kill the poor Leviathan just to like eat a single pearl. What in the world? Are these really? No, I was gonna say, there's no way that they're full. Where did this guy's thing go? I have no idea. But I think everyone's set back up. Jobs. We're just going to click through everyone and make sure they're perfect. Oh my gosh. It's making things worse. Okay, you, jobs, not ranged. You, jobs, not ranged. Jobs, taunt. You taunt as well. This guy does do ranged. Oh, Yuri's ranged as well. This guy taunts. And I taunt as well. All right. I think everyone is in a wonderful spot. Let's go put the pearl away. Sand Assassin can hang out here. And they go into the maze to get food. All right, so we have something here. It's the prince head. We have nothing in these two. So we're going to put our other sacred object in here. This is the Leviathan Pearl. We should find something to put in here too. Oh gosh. Why are these here? That must be the closest weapon rack. Oh yeah, because these are the smithing buildings. When these filled up, apparently a bunch of stuff got put in here. I didn't even know that was happening until just now. I think a crab egg. Nah, it has to be more valuable than a crab egg. A fog prince head. A Leviathan pearl. This is gross, actually. Like, this thing's been rotting here for probably 250 days in game time. Pretty gross. Alrighty then. I think that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you got some ideas of cool tasks we can go out on and what small groups we can put together to do them, let me know in the comments. But yeah, until then, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one.